Coldplay concert.
Dude.
Which is like kind of ties into the show because it is a workplace incident.
Yeah.
Literally the craziest thing I've seen. The craziest thing I think has taken the internet by storm in a while.
It's the most pervasive thing that it's like old. This is like 2010 type internet stuff. It's pretty cool that everybody's kind of in on it. I will say, to me, my only counterpoint was like it'd be more of a breaking news story to find out that a CEO wasn't cheating on his wife.
True,
100%.
Chris Martin too, just calling it out, like knowing right away. I mean, that guy knows an affair when he sees one.
I was gonna say, tell Dakota Johnson that too. That's tough sledding for the brother bear at home. He saw that and he was like, God, I wish.
Have you ever been like a part of this? Like,
ever cheated on your girlfriend?
Yeah, like, have you ever like had someone in like the?
I think. Well, it's. I think it does happen, at least in like my.
I worked at fucking Comcast.
Oh my God, dude.
That was a breeding ground for cheating.
Tons of wires getting plugged in where they're not supposed to be. Shout out Comcast.
Executives everywhere.
Yeah, it had to be happening.
Like,
but I think it's not as. I think the other thing that is underrated about this is how hot both those people were. That also made it more popular.
Oh, you thought she was hot?
She was good looking. She was an attractive older woman. He was a handsome lad.
There's a fake picture rolling around of his wife with like 3 of their kids, who is like the girl in the picture is really fucking hot. It's like, all right, you're an idiot for cheating on that woman.
Yeah.
But then you learn who the real wife is. And you're like, okay, I understand it.
Fat dog wife.
Not fat dog wife.
Shane Gillis.
But definitely a homely wife.
Sure.
Shout out to our homely wives that watch the program.
A good mother.
Yeah, a great mother.
Every pound is another ounce of love. Dude, this is such this is where my mind goes. It's such a good publicity thing that I feel like Drake will do now to like fly that guy's wife out to his concert and then throw her on the Jumbotron.
Or Usher putting a little cherries in her mouth in Vegas.
Chris Brown hump him. Why is he allowed to do that? Why is he famous?
Yeah, that woman will definitely be flown out. She will definitely be. She might start a podcast, honestly.
They should bring her to a Drake concert, put her on the Jumbotron, and make it look like the fucking thumbnail for a black porn video.
Yeah. It was a really tough week for old guys trying to displace blood everywhere.
How do you mean?
One guy was putting his little scientist into the head of HR's back during a Coldplay concert. And then the big dog, the commander-in-chief, can't even get any blood to the heart because he's got a little vein deficiency in the old legs and stuff.
He's got big fat lady legs. He's got lunch lady legs. Our president, our commander-in-chief has lunch lady legs. He's got to start wearing like compression socks. If my president's wearing compression socks, just fucking turn over the country to Israel. Let's just be real for a second. That's unbelievable. No man in tube socks is going to tell me how much I owe in taxes. I can promise you that.
No man with a life alert needs to tell me,
dude,
that the Epstein files aren't real. That is all a hoax.
Breaking news. The president is sick because he's existed for 8 decades. No more 8-decade presidents.
Yeah, it's the best, man.
Dude.
We live in the greatest country in America. We live in the greatest times in America that we can just make fun of everybody. Stephen Colbert's gone.
Stephen Colbert. That was right on here.
Late Night's officially dead.
Which is like, that's a tough one to defend as kind of like a liberal guy where like, I don't want to mince words at all. Okay. I defend it because I think it's a bad thing that the government's basically canceling an opposition TV show.
Wait,
however,
you think that's the case?
Apparently, so this is what I've heard.
He's losing $40 million a year, Matt. I believe everything I say from the PR teams.
I totally agree, but from what I've heard, Paramount had a deal that had to get settled.
Yeah, Skydance, right?
Yes, yeah, and they needed, I think because it's such a big deal, it needs like federal approval to some extent.
Oh, because of like a monopoly, so they're not DOJ and stuff?
Something, yeah, I think it's to that extent, and I think the Big Don was like, cancel Stephen. And they're like, fine. And they canceled him because of that. Now, I think that's wrong. Yeah. However, Stephen Colbert fucking sucks, dude. He's so not funny.
Anybody who grew up with him was like, this guy is one of the funniest guys on TV. Then he gets to CBS and he just totally gets neutered. And
he just went like full dork.
You're just not fun anymore.
Yes.
Like, be the Stephen Colbert from The Daily Show.
Yeah.
Where like it was like, okay, maybe I didn't agree with everything you did, but like you had like factual evidence to back up everything.
Yeah.
And you did your homework.
He was more Jon Stewart.
You know when you in high school, the math teacher was like, I know you're cheating because you got to show your work, and you didn't show your work, so they said, okay,
that's copy.
That's a copy right there. Mm-hmm. That's Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert went from like guy who shows his work, the smartest girl in the class, to like the fucking dumb guy drooling all over himself, having fucking syringes dancing on TV.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, brother. I bet you Pfizer's going to have a word to say about this cancellation.
I bet you here at Dover, we would get a lot of opinions on Stephen Colbert.
I would imagine that to be true.
Also, here's a counterpoint. You can't go after your boss.
Yeah, you can't go after your boss. Like, you also can't fuck your boss, HR lady.
True, 100%.
Yeah.
Everybody answers to somebody.
That's right. It's been a busy week. The fucking Trump and Ep. I don't even know the extent of what we can say until YouTube yells at us, but the Trump and the Ep stuff.
Yeah.
The bombshell from Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, dude.
Trump.
Writing your boy a letter is So gay.
Crazy, dude. What are you, like a Civil War general, dude? Oh, it has been a many moon since I have seen you, Jeffrey.
Dearest Jeffrey.
Every time I encounter a young 12-year-old Southern girl, I think of you. But, dude, Trump's defense. Because apparently it was like a birthday card, and he drew a picture of a lady. And he's like, I don't draw.
I kind of want to know. I need to see it because
yes.
George Bush is probably the greatest artist of our time.
Sure.
Former president, or maybe just the artist of our time.
Yeah.
I want to see how Trump's naked ladies are. How do you think Trump's naked ladies are?
I bet you it's good.
Huge bosoms.
100%. Well, they for whatever reason on I watch a lot of stuff on Fox and CNN, and they're very vividly describing like the half circles that denoted her breasts, and both stations were like very explicit about what the tits looked like.
Did they release the pictures?
No, I haven't seen the picture, but they described it in detail because they don't have access. I don't think the Wall Street Journal has the picture, or at least can't show it. That was like the administration's contention is like, show us the picture then if you have it.
Yeah,
and they're like,
definitely show us the picture.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, 100%. You gotta show us the picture.
Did you hear the other description?
No.
He signed his name in cursive over a pussy to be pubes. This guy's a dog, dude. This guy's a dog. That's crazy.
Every time I think I'm out, he pulls me back in.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
Signature as the pubes?
When I heard that, I was like, that's unfortunately, look, either
that's
side.
An artiste.
That's a bipartisan issue. That's an artiste. That's a tasteful decision as an artist.
Salvador Dali.
I thought the same thing, Kyle
Salvador
Pagan.
Dali.